High percentage look. Here he is off the ball screen.
Two bodies right with him as he came off that screen. Shot clock at 7. Bidunga, deep position, scores with the left hand. Bidunga cut off, down low. Recchi stuffed by Bidunga. Bidunga gives to Peterson. Back to Bidunga. Crafty finish, splitting defenders. How about that two-man game?
Yeah, said which games? Kentucky, San Diego State.
Yes. The Kentucky game, of course, during that national championship season for the Jayhawks. Bidunga again. Head up on the dribble, nobody open. Bidunga deep post position again, lays it in.
Here this season, Trey White with a nice interior feed. Bidunga up with the left and good. Experienced guy, physical. Besar the tip. Bidunga gathers and finishes.
It's been excellent. They just haven't converted their offensive rebound chances.
Bidunga right into the chest of Wilson and everything but the finish, but he gets the loose ball back. Boy, he is a much improved player. Peterson on the bench right now for Kansas. Bidunga uses that right arm.
Marco Jackson gets a start for the Jayhawks tonight. They go over the top, and Flory Bidunga into the action right away. Middle of the floor ball screen. You lift the corners, so no help. You can get it in the air to Bidunga. They like that. Pick roll lob. This is where he's at his best. Will not play. Bill Self will address it post-game. Kansas 3 lobs already. Bidunga in with Tiller. They go and connect, and Bidunga with some nice patience. Out of bounds calls, plays such as that can be challenged at any point during a game. White on the deflected rebound, feeding Bidunga, rising and finishing with the left. Flory Bidunga. Officials can't go to the monitor on every call. Rim protection in spades there for the Jayhawks. Jackson baseline. Extra pass, Council. He drives, puts it up. A flush for Flory. Off the drive from Council Jr. Because he could have shot that. But instead, he plays to his strings, to the piece of the paint. He draws Sheldon Williams off of Flory Bidunga and throws it up. McDowell up top. Bidunga, the easy finish. Nobody in the corner, so it's a long rotation to try to get in front of Flory Bidunga.
Again in isolation, this time Happy. Gives it up. Bidunga getting out to pressure. A steal and a finish.
Wow. Unbelievably athletic play. I thought he was going to come land on us. Not only does he not do that, he's able to corral the ball, get ahead of the pack, and dunk it. If he can tee one up.
Bidunga isolated. Quickly attacks. Nice. Across the lane and in with the left hand.
You said it quickly, Steven.
4th rebound, Bidunga. And now driving, spinning, and scoring with the offhand.
Been impressed.
Kansas lead cut in half by that trio of free throws, and now the Jayhawks do get a lob. Bidunga on the business end.
Finally, you knew it was inevitable. Got that empty side pick and roll.
Back into Flory. Goes baseline. Back middle. Oh my! Oh my! Flory Bidunga making posters. Facing up, driving, spinning. Oh my goodness! Flory Bidunga deep into his bag.
Oh my gosh! There have been about 4 or 5 all-world athleticism plays from Flory Bidunga. That is absurd.
2-point game again. Council puts it up. Bidunga knows what to do.
They're trending in the right direction, no doubt about it.
Great deep position for Bidunga. He has 23 today, matching his career high. Skip for Dawson. He can knock him down. Not that time, though. Bidunga somehow found his way to the rebound. My goodness, how did he get to the rim so quickly?
And he flies in
on some of these drives like a guard does.
Only 29 points in the game since, but that's a good start for a guy that can get hot in a hurry.
Bidunga tried the handoff, almost broken up there by Dame Sarr, and Bidunga knows what to do with it. Bidunga trying to drive on Gungba. Bidunga lays it in. Wrapping up Dame Sarr, not letting him get free. And now another turnover. It's Dawson, the lob, and the finish for Bidunga. With the State Farm Champions Classic. White looking inside. Bidunga. Good defense by Gungba, but Bidunga solves it. Inside between Bidunga and Gungba. Council finds a little room, finds Bidunga, who lays it in. They've held White in check a little bit more here in the second half.
A good hard hedge by Malik Brown.
Tough pass into traffic, and Bidunga finishes.
Keeping number 40 on the floor. Here he is, getting to that left hand and scoring it.
They're not going to take tough, contested shots at the beginning of shot clock. They're going to make your defense work as Bidunga gets the monster block. Bidunga Tiller, it's like a my turn, your turn thing.
Burton rejected. Bidunga turning defense into offense.
Burton tries to pull up. Bidunga says no way. Kansas Notre Dame tied. Bidunga to the line when we get back. So you're rooting for the three?
I'm just interested, you know, have we ever had one? Bidunga, a 6-point possession, and all 6 go to number 40. Blocked. Bidunga, another one. Harrelson gets to his spot, but Bidunga erases it again. He's got 5 of those today. A little bit fortunate there. Trey White wanted it back. Instead, Bidunga, 17-footer, pure. Showing off the range. Kyan Anthony blocked. Bidunga, he's just lining that thing up from the weak side. Kansas needs a bucket in the worst way. They don't get it there. Bidunga, yes!
As the first possession. And dump it inside. Bidunga. I'll tell you, Grant. Council's giving Kansas a boost. And now, finally one goes for Big Flo. Bidunga now drives it apart, waiting for him. Nice move.
If anybody could get him out of a shooting slump, it might be a guy like that, the former Husky.
Bidunga inside and uses the rim to seal off. And now Council, the St. Bonaventure transfer. Council puts it on the floor. Lob, Bidunga!
Come off that tight curl, get into the paint. Just, you know, the big fella's going to the rim. Simeon, the Morris twins, Aldridge, Robinson, Bidunga.
History at home. How do you explain Gonzaga losing by 40? Bob. Hey, there's your line. No, they beat me to it. They didn't even have to screen there. Usually you screen the big guy.
Largest lead for Kansas. White driving it into Williams. Hands off Bidunga, who stuffs it home. Peterson has all 8 Jayhawk points in the second half. Bidunga double team, stuffs it through.
A lot of times you hate when big guys bring the ball low, but what agility.
Council, McDowell with no Darren Peterson for overtime. It's been Council show into Bidunga, a rim rocker.
Started with the double hardened step back.
Flory Bidunga goes inside, spins around and goes, and Bidunga has all 4. Anybody wants to know anything about the Towson Tigers? John Crispin's your guy. Inside, Flory Bidunga, all 6 for the Jayhawks.
They all like weird.
Flory Bidunga blocks the shot, picked up inside, and it spins out for Tyler Coleman. Kept alive by Towson, and now it's cleared by the Jayhawks. So without Peterson tonight,
How different is Kansas? Trey White missing, followed Flory Bidunga, and one for Bidunga.
Purposeful on the defensive end, but I also think offensively they're looking to attack quicker. A lot of times when you have a great player like Darren Peterson, understand that it's not about one guy. It's about let's create space, let's cut harder, let's dive harder off of let's swap balls into row 6, seat 7.
Zambia quickly on the baseline. And Flory Bidunga swats it away, coming over. Out of bounds, though, it stays.
I mean, I can't really commend him on his timing there. He blocked it with his elbow. But what I'll do is I'll commend him on his presence.
Melvin Council Jr. pushes. Elmarco Jackson. And a good look at a three on the weak side and dropped back in by Flory Bidunga. Timeout, Towson.
Bidunga over the big shot block.
135 and 34 total win losses, 80% of Flory Bidunga. Great job here as Flory Bidunga does a great job of rolling out of that pick. Melvin Council, 2 dribbles off the pick and roll action, recognizing the mismatch, having the smaller Covell on him, burying him in the paint. Now Jaden Dawson getting out in the passing lane as he throws the lob.
They come out of that timeout with a little bit of his own.
Bidunga, too strong, got his own miss. And another left-hand jump hook for Flory Bidunga.
Bidunga underneath, and a throw down to get it started. Bounce pass, Bidunga off the glass and in. Council, that three wouldn't fall. Council the rebound, lob, and Bidunga puts it in.
Little bump it, Lorient tries to pass it, but Bidunga's long arms takes it away.
Kansas' hands have been so active.
Whoa, and speaking of long arms on the other end.
A terrific job of keeping his hands low against any of those little drop passes underneath. And he doesn't relax and sprints the middle of the floor. He's seeing a big basket right now.
Inside, Bidunga, flat, got it back, and pads his own stats.
Up by 15, 12.5 minutes into this game. Backdoor cut, McDowell, into Bidunga for 2 more.
I would say for Kansas, 17 assists on 31 made field goals, and they shot 50% from the three-point line because of that movement. There you go.
And Bidunga punches it down early. Michael Rataj, Oregon State transfer, played there the last 3 years. Here's it, lob inside, guarded by Jackson. Now Jackson guarding Carr on the switch. Pile off the screen. Hesitation to the pole. Rejected. Bidunga. Save Bidunga. Tell you, that's a Bill Russell move.
Able to get it to Caden Powell, deep post position.
Powell, a Rice transfer, a Wyoming transfer. Bidunga punches one down on the baseline. They continue to keep the big fella's hands full.
And that's big to big. Bryson Tiller.
5:25 to play. First half. Kansas inside. Bidunga from Peterson. How simple. Peterson can't give him an inch. High pick and roll. Top of the arc. Lobs it inside. Bidunga. Next catch and flush. Ties the largest lead of the game. And a steal. Bidunga. Council Jr. the lob. Hey, kept the big guy's hands. Watch this once again.
Yes, sir.
The Big 12 Conference, folks. A different league. Bidunga.
That's Bidunga right there influencing that shot on Batai.
The lob. Bidunga spins, leads,